Hello and welcome to the Gamers Lounge. Today I am talking about Injustice: Gods Among Us. Sorry about not having any video this time. Our recording system is sort of glitching up at the moment, so I hope you'll be fine with the audio and the little screenshot that I'm going to be posting up here. Anyhow, Injustice is a great game. Now, there are a couple issues with it, of course. Seeing as how it's a fighting game, there's always going to be a couple issues, like replayability is not that high unless you have friends who own the game as well. And, well, they made the controls a lot more stiff than they were in the beta, which is a little iffy with me because I'm a gamer who plays fighting games such as Soul Calibur and Dead or Alive, whereas this controls more like Tekken and maybe Mortal Kombat 1. Now, don't get me wrong, I love Mortal Kombat, I play those left and right, but I do wish they would have kept the controls a little more fluid like the later Mortal Kombat games. Anyhow, Injustice: Gods Among Us has a giant character roster, from Superman to, well, it has Shazam. Okay, anyone who knows who Shazam is knows that he's not really put in games that often, due to the fact that he's not well remembered. Sad but true. But yeah, they have heroes from there, and of course we got a lot of villains as well. My personal favorite villain being Deathstroke. I mean, come on. But one of the issues, though, is that the stages need to be a little bit more varied. You have a good amount of stages, but it just feels limited because a lot of the stages are just night and day versions of each other. So yeah, it sort of ruins the whole giant vast amount of stage aspect. But to make up for this, each stage has different parts to it. Well, say for Atlantis. Yes, that's right, Aquaman is in this. And surprisingly, they broke the law of nature and made Aquaman cool. I don't know how they did it, but they did. Props to Nether Realm Studios. Anyhow, on each stage you can do Mortal Kombat style stage transitions by knocking them into different aspects, and, you know, giant stage transition that's brutal, like one of them you can knock them from a rooftop into another building's wall, a wrecking ball crane will hit them, knock them into the building, and they'll fall through onto some tracks, and then get hit by a subway train. I mean, I just loved it. And then, of course, there's things in the background that you can use as weapons as well. Granted, it's a one-time use for those items most of the time, but hey, it's a superhero game. You don't expect them to pick up a sword and just start swinging it the entire time. That's something that's safe for Mortal Kombat. But in the end, this game is great, and the only thing I wish they would have done is, you know, loosen up the controls a little bit more to where they were like the beta, and, well, maybe give us a little bit more stages, you know? Just because, while I like the stages that are there, it needs more variety. Oh, and also, they have a season pass for this thing. It says there's going to be access to 3 exclusive download characters and a lot of different costumes, but honestly, that doesn't warranty a season pass for me. So yeah, that's, I think it was 1,200 or maybe 2,000 Microsoft points for, equaling out to around maybe 15, 30 bucks. Can't remember. It's hard to convert the MS points currency on this. Anyhow, yeah, the season pass isn't worth it. Just grab the DLC that you want normally and then leave it be. But yeah, other than that, Injustice is a great game, has great music to it. The story is good, heavily cinematic, though, making it to where you don't really get as much action as you want during the story. But if you want action, just go to the battle mode and choose classic. It plays like the Mortal Kombat ladder system, which is great, trust me. But yeah, story mode also has a few mini games in it. Those mini games last for maybe a minute and a half to 2 minutes. It does break up the tedium of having to sit there and just watch a video the whole time. Though, the video is pretty awesome, and it reminds me of quite a few Justice League videos, actually. So, yeah, once again, story is great, gameplay is great, controls are a little stiff, and the music is grand. It fits the mood every time you play. So, all in all... Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot. Graphics. 10 out of 10 on graphics. Anyhow, yeah, all in all, Injustice gets a 8.5 out of 10 for me, mostly because of the controls being stiff and the lack of variation in stages. Other than that, good job, Nether Realm Studios. Keep up the great work.